Hello everyone, welcome to JCE Connect. So in this session, we'll study about remaining types of the roads as well as those specifications. So now we'll study about specification and construction procedure of this wet mix macadam. So basically this wet mix macadam that consists of laying, spreading and compacting of clean crust well graded granular materials on a prepared and approved granular subbase. So here whatever we are going to prepare the granular subbase course, right? So we have studied in the previous class, that is how exactly we are going to construct those granular subbase. So on top of this we are going to lay this wet mix macadam. So this particular layer, this particular type of road construction, it consisting of the clean crust and well graded granular materials, that too on granular subbase. And here the material is well mixed with the water and rolled to a dense mass. So rolled in the sense by using the compacting machines such as rollers and all. So we can prepare the dense mass over this granular subbase, right? And here the thickness of a single compacted wet mix macadam, that is WMM, that base that shall not be less than 75 mm. So here the minimum thickness of the wet mix macadam will be 75 mm. Okay, so you can see in the diagram. So now we'll study the basic specification part of this wet mix macadam. So first part, that is specification of materials. So here specification of material that includes the main property of the materials what we are going to use in the construction of wet mix macadam. So here physical properties of, the physical requirements of the aggregate, that coarse aggregate shall be crushed stone and it should conform to the physical requirement said in the below table. So it should satisfy certain conditions, so as per the Indian standard requirement, right? So here several tests we are going to conduct on these materials, that is especially on the aggregates. So first one is Los Angeles abrasion test. So that value, it should be maximum 40%. So they have given the requirement here, so it is maximum 40%. And as per IS 2386 we can conduct the procedure of this test, and then the result, it should be within 40%. So here 40% is the limit. And then aggregate impact value, so we'll conduct aggregate impact test as per IS 2386, and maximum value should be 30% here. Okay, and similarly combined flakiness and elongation indices, that is total indices what we are going to conduct. So that is as per the IS 2386, and maximum 30% will be the limit for this total combined index. Okay, so the aggregates whatever we are going to use, those aggregates, it should confirm these all results, that is Los Angeles abrasion value, aggregate impact value, and combined flakiness and elongation indices. Now the grading requirements for WMM, that has been given in the table. So here the grading requirement in the sense, after the C1 lysis test of those aggregates, so we'll get the percentage by weight passing the IS. So that should confirm this particular table. This percentage, it should be consist, that is sieve designation, that is starts from 53, 45, 26, 22, 11.2, 4.75, 2.36, 0.6, that is 600 micron, and then 75 micron, right? So this one, it should consist the percentage by weight passing the ISC, that is for 53 it is 100 mm, and for 45 it is 95 to 100, and 26.5 they have not given. It is just nil, just approximate values we can get there. And for 22.4 it will be 60 to 80%, and for 11.2 it is 40 to 60, and for 4.75 it is 25 to 40, and 2.36 15 to 30, and 0.6 it is 600 micron, 8 to 2, and 0.75 it is 0 to 8. So these all values, the aggregate should get consist before using in the construction part. And materials which are finer than 425 micron, they shall have plasticity index not more than 6. So they have given the certain conditions. For such materials, those who are having sizes finer than 425 micron, they should have plasticity index not more than 6. I mean that plasticity index, it should be within 6 for the materials those who are passing 425 micron. Okay, so these aggregate specifications, I mean the grading specifications, we should follow in the construction of wet mix macadam. And now the construction operations. So here the construction operations, first stage is preparation of the base. So to place this wet mix macadam, we need to prepare the base first, and that base, it is done as the same as WBM layer as we have discussed in the previous class. So in the previous class we have studied, so how exactly we are going to prepare the base for waterbound macadam. The same procedure even we are going to follow for wet mix macadam also. Okay, the procedure is same. And here provision of lateral confinement of aggregates. So here while constructing a wet mix macadam, the arrangement shall be made for lateral confinement of wet mix. So here we are going to add water in a standard proportion to the mix, such that we need to arrange the lateral confinement of this wet mix, and this shall be done by laying the adjoining shoulders along with wet mix macadam. And third procedure, that is preparation of the mix. So here the wet mix macadam, which is spread in mixing plant, where the pug mill or pan type mixer of the concrete batching plant is used. So here we are going to mix the material. So whatever the materials we require in the construction, that one we are taking in a standard proportion, and we are mixing that one in a batch plant, okay, or mixing plant. And where exactly we are going to use the equipment, that is pug mill, or else even we can use pan type mixer also. And here the optimum moisture for mixing is determined at the time of compaction. So here the OMC part, I mean the OMC content, optimum moisture content, what is, how much we require, no, that one we will come to know at the time of compaction. I mean when we will bring the rollers and we start compacting those layers, so that time we'll come to know the optimum moisture content. Because now only if we have added some moisture content, I mean in the form of water, so that time till it should get mixed, it should get transfer from one place to another place, and then we should place that. So till that might be that moisture content, it will get vary, depends upon the temperature conditions. So we can't say that we are adopting optimum moisture content there, right? So for that reason, the optimum moisture content value, that depends at the time of compaction. Okay, and here the water in the wet mix macadam, that should not vary from optimum value. So here water cement ratio, whatever we are going to take, so that should be confirmly decided, because if something it is less or more, so that is going to affect the strength as well as workable property of the mix there. Okay, and here the mixed material should be uniformly wet and no segregation is permitted. So here we need to add the materials in a such a way that it should be properly mixed without any segregation as well as the bleeding property within that. Okay, and now we'll see how exactly they are going to prepare this mix. So here you can see in this video they are storing the materials which are required to prepare the mix now, right? So these materials, this stands for you can see the funnel like structures, so they are belongs to with a number 1 2 3. So these particular funnels, this stands for the size of the aggregate. For example, might be in the funnel 1, I mean that portion they have placed a 40 mm aggregate, 20 mm aggregate, like that the different types of the aggregates they have placed in different funnels there, right? Because we need to consider the well graded of the aggregate in the construction, such that we require certain proportions of those aggregates in a well graded part of the aggregate. So through belt conveyor these materials are passing as per the requirement. Okay, here you can see the aggregates. This is a batching plant where we are taking the actual proportion of the aggregates, I mean the total materials. So here they are going to add the binding material too, right? So this is the initial dry mix. So it includes coarser material, finer material, and even the binding material too. So now it is going to pass from this batching plant to the mixing plant. So this entire setup, which is purely stands for wet mix macadam preparation of the material. So now this is a dry mix, so which is coming from that batch plant to the mixing plant now. So now this is mixing thoroughly with the help of water. So this water, what you can see, so this is depends upon the total time consumption, that in a particular time how much water it is going to be add to this materials. So depends upon that they have calculated the total water how much they are going to add. So depends upon that they are going to provide the flow velocity there. So this one they are going to mix properly, and that mixed preparation, the mixed prepared materials they are going to supply from this machine is called pug mill, right? That one is the prepared mix with the help of moisture content, by adding some amount of water, right? So this is a wet mix now. So now this wet mix which is going to transfer to the truck, so that truck which moves from this plant to the required location. So every system which is depends upon the belt conveyor systems. So through that belt conveyor, these materials are going to be supplied from one place to another place, from the batching plant to the mixing plant, and then it will get mixed, and then it is going to supply to the truck. So this entire quantity of the materials which are the proportions of the materials are controlled by this chamber. So how much quantity of coarse aggregate we require, how much quantity of water we require, fine aggregates, everything which is depends, the controlled by this. You can see the numbers here, feeder 1, feeder 2, feeder 3. They are the numbers of the funnels there. So from that different funnels, how much quantity we require. So if you just entered here, so that much of quantity of the materials, it is going to be supplied through that belt conveyor system. So even they have the control on water pump also, that how much water they are going to be add there. So that is depends upon the water velocity there. Right. So this is one more clip that have different systems of wet mix macadam plant. So these are the batching plants. Here they are going to store the materials. Okay. And through the belt conveyor system, the materials are going to be passed from this batching plant to the mixing plant. You just if you remember this video, so easily you can write the procedure part of the preparation of the mix. This material hoppers, where exactly we are going to store the different types of the materials in these hoppers. So that is 20 mm aggregate, 12 mm, 12.5 mm aggregate, like that they have differentiated. These are the 40 mm downside aggregates you can see in this hopper, and next to that it will be 20 aggregate, and like that the different sizes of the materials they have placed in different hoppers. So these are the 10 downsize of the aggregate. So why we require this different types of, different sizes of the aggregates? Because ultimately we need to get the well graded aggregate such that the number of voids it should get reduced in the total mix, right? So to reduce the number of voids, the percentage of the voids, we are considering well graded of the aggregates in the construction of this wet mix macadam. This is a crushed dust just to fill the gaps. So this all aggregates, dust and water are mixed in the plant, and through the belt conveyor it is going to be passed. So this is a mixing chamber. So now materials is going to be enter into the mixing chamber, and in that mixing plant, so that water content is going to be added and then it mixed thoroughly in that plant itself, and then it is going to be passed through the belt conveyor, and then it is loading into the truck. Okay, and then this truck it can move from this place to the required location where exactly it is required. So dear students, you have understood how exactly they are going to prepare the mix which is required for wet mix macadam. And now moving towards the spreading of mix. So after bringing that one to the required location, at the construction site, so how exactly we are going to spread that? So immediately after mixing, it is spread uniformly and evenly on prepared subgrade or subbase or base course. So wherever we require this wet mix macadam, on top of that particular layer, such as either on subgrade or subbase or base course, right? So we can place this wet mix, and evenly we need to place, and then we should spread that one uniformly. Okay, and then the mix may be spread by paver finisher or mortar grader. I think you have seen the mortar grader in the previous part, so where how exactly it is going to be level those materials with a uniform thickness in that layer. So the same equipment even we are going to use here, that is mortar grader, or else even we can use a paver finisher. So if we have fixed the thickness of that from the subgrade, so depends upon that, so it is going to be provide a certain thickness of the layers on the subgrade, right? So even we can use the paver finisher here, and the mortar grader which is capable of spreading the materials uniformly so as to achieve the specified slope and grade. So after the survey we will come to know that at this particular location we require this much of thickness as well as the slope and even the grade part also. So as per that design criteria, this mortar grade which is going to be level those surface layers for the further compaction purpose. And here while spreading or while placing this wet mix, no segregation of large and fine particles should be allowed. So it should be uniformly mixed, right? So how exactly it has been mixed? Based upon that only it should spread in the required location. So after spreading and leveling, so it should not be separate with the fine aggregate, dust as well as coarse aggregates in a different direction. So it should be uniformly well maintained with those thickness of the layers. And after spreading, the compaction process will be there. So here after the mix has been laid to a required thickness, now thickness as well as the grade and crossfall the same shall be compacted uniformly to the full depth by the roller. So here after laying those wet mix, we need to bring the rollers and then we should start the compaction. So that compaction which is depends upon the thickness of the wet mix macadam. So if the thickness is 100 and then we can take with 100 and single layer, then we can consider smooth wheel roller, and for compacted single layer up to 200 that is thickness, then vibratory roller is used. Depends upon the thickness, the type of roller is also depends. And here the rolling procedure again it is same as in WBM as we have discussed before, and here along forms curbs, walls or other inaccessible places for rollers, mechanical tampers or plate compactor is used. So while construction of this long forms and curves or wall for those roads, so that time this rollers and all it can't be used there, so that time we can use alternative rolling, I mean the compacting machines such as mechanical tampers, or even we can use plate compactor also. And rolling should not be done when the subgrade is soft. So here we should make sure that subgrade should be stiff, such that after placing the material of the wet mix macadam it should bear those all loads, I mean whatever the compacting part. So if it is a wet, if it is a smooth, so that time that subgrade is also going to be mixed with this wet mix, so that time that layers thickness may get varies because of the improper hardening part of this subgrade. So it should not be soft before compaction of the wet mix macadam layer, right? And in case of any irregularities develops that during the rolling which exceeds 12 mm when the tested with a 3 mm straight edge. So here what they are telling, if any irregularity is found, for example while placing might be the workers may placed more materials in one place and less materials in one place, so that time obviously the thickness of that layer it may get vary. So that time what we need to do, we need to test that one for 12 mm, that is around 1.2 centimeter. If that slope is going to be exceeds more than 1.2 centimeters within the 3 meter straight edge, so again the surface should be loosened and pre-mixed material added or removed. So if it is more, then we need to remove that, and if it is less, then again we need to add those materials in that place, so that we can maintain the standard thickness there, right? And here compaction should be continued, I mean the rolling part it should be continued till the density is achieved at 98%, so at least 98%, right? So here 98% of the maximum dry density. So here before laying this we have studied, I mean we are going to conduct the initial tests on such materials, so that there whatever we got the maximum dry density, that is going to be considered as 100%, right? And here whatever the compaction we are doing here, right, so by using the rollers, so after the completion of the rollers it should achieve 98% of the maximum dry density. Okay, so if not, again we need to restart the rolling work, I mean the compaction work, until and unless we should get the 98% of the maximum dry density. And here, so after completion the surface of any finished layer is well closed, free from the movement under compaction equipment for or any compaction planes, ridges, cracks and loose material. So once the compaction process has been finished, so later, so no movement of that rolling vehicles or equipments has to move on those layers, because it is uniformly compacted, and after, if it is carrying the heavy loads without any hardened part or without getting a proper strength, so again it loses its property. So to avoid that, so it should be free from any other external loads, I mean the whatever the layers of this wet mix macadam, it should be free from any other external sources of the load, right? And all those segregated areas shall be made good to the full thickness of the layer and recompacted. So if it is not achieving the 98% of the maximum dry density, again we can restart that compacted work. And here, so whatever the loose materials have been placed there, for example in some cases might be the compaction have not done properly, so that time that particular place will be looks like the loose materials have been placed there. So that time again we need to restart the work there, that is we need to maintain the standard thickness there by placing some other additional materials, so that it is going to be mixed up with that original layers which is already well compacted. Okay, and then setting out and drying process. So here setting and drying, after the final completion of compaction of the wet mix macadam, the core shall be allowed to dry for 24 hours. So once we placed the wet mix macadam in a particular layers on the subgrade, so it requires minimum 24 hours to get dry. So until that, so it is not going to be open for the traffic vehicles, even including the construction vehicles which are used there. So once the compaction is finished, it should close in a such a way that no other vehicle should be start moving on those pavements and opening to the traffic. So preferably no vehicular traffic or any kind should be allowed on finished WMM surface till it has been dried and the wearing course is laid. So on top of this, again wearing course has to be laid. So until and unless no other vehicles are allowed on these layers. Okay, so this is up to the wet mix macadam procedure. Thank you.